Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and welcome to my channel, A Little Patience. I am here today to talk to you about my stitching, and I had made a list of my whips and finishes, shared that on Instagram, and then decided just to do a whip and finish parade in addition to sharing my newest release and my Foley finishes. So you might want to go get something to drink. You might want some easy stitching. I don't know how long this will take. So today is Wednesday, October 9th, and the first finish I'm going to share with you today. Mom, if you're watching, stop watching and skip ahead a little bit, okay? Okay, so I made my mom a sewing case so she can take this with her on her quilting retreats, and it was also my guinea pig. So I wasn't intending to jump on this cross stitch travel case like bandwagon, but I decided I would. I had some weird stuff going on with my hair, but it just needs to be clipped back today. I thought I would use my mom as a guinea pig, so I got this cute little square blue travel jewelry case on Amazon, and then I used Lori Holt's stitch card. I think this is set P, and I changed the colors to match the fabric I put inside, and my mom's favorite color is blue, so I made the scissors blue. I added a real blue button and then changed the colors around. I added some yellow tiny rickrack to the edge there, and I just glued it right on top. And here's the inside. So I didn't do it too fancy. Like, I know lots of people put fabric back here. I got this cute little tiny thimble and this cute little bobbin pin from the flea market. We went two Sundays ago. We went to the last one in Elkhorn in Wisconsin. It's the first time I could go all year because kids stuff, you know. So I added some pink pom-pom trim here from Lady Dots Creates and put the same yellow rickrack on top. And then this fabric is the one I had initially chosen for this project. And then my mom came over for one of the sewing days, and I had pulled out some other options for her to choose from. And she actually went with this as well. She saw it and she's like, that's it. And I'm like, don't you want to look at the other ones? And she said, nope. So this is actually her mom's fabric, which is really sentimental. And I think it'll be really special for her to have this in there. And I just need to find some like tiny little scissors and maybe put some quilting thread in there. I haven't decided what to fill it with because I don't know exactly what she would need. But scissors and thread I think would be a good start. So there is my finished sewing case for my mom. Okay, that was really fun to make, and I can see why lots of people make them in general, and make a lot of them. So my next finish is my berry basket project bag, and this is from the Primrose. I'm sorry if that was fast. It kind of just like shoop. It's like Halloween. Boo, scared you. And speaking of Halloween, that's my eldest son's little Halloween prop. In order for them to not play with it for a whole month and potentially break their Halloween costumes, I have them put their stuff in my craft room. But anyway, this is from the Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box from over the summer. It came with the floss threads, the DMC floss threads, the 2 charts, and some finishing fabric, some finishing trim as well. I used this, came with the kit, so I used that as my main fabric here. And then I did add a little bead for the doorknob, and I left off these 2 little flowers up here, and I switched mine to over-dyed cottons. And then I added some Lady Dots Creates rickrack and it's not perfect. It shifted when I was trying to sew it down, but that's okay. I still love it. It's a project bag. It's super cute. And oh, I think this is Sizzle. Lady Dots Creates Rick Rack and Sizzle. And this fabric came from Fat Quarter Shop along with this strawberry charm, and I used it on the back as well. And on the inside, I was able to get enough fabric for the lining up top here, and then just I used the rest of the strawberry fabric on the inside. So this will be my summer project bag. Okay, so those are my two fully finishes, and before I get into my whip and finish parade, I'm going to share my new release. It is another series of quilty blocks, and this one is on witch hats. And I got these from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 8. The lights are also from the Dollar Tree. They were $1.25. I don't know how much the hats were. It has a battery pack. I just didn't put them in yet. So it's 4 blocks. Whoop, no, tilt it. There's that one, and there's orange, black, white, pink, and purple. This one is my favorite. I think it looks like cats or bats or something. And whoop, hold on. That one right there reminds me of a pumpkin right there in the middle. So it's super cute. And it's fast stitch. You can get it done in time for Halloween. So this is what the chart will look like. And I have color and black and white. There's a little bit of the color version. So let me read the back. It says, model stitched using 1 strand of floss for cross stitch on 36 count antique white linen over 2 threads. Classic Colorworks was used to stitch the model, but I did provide a DMC conversion, and I just put that together this morning. I have a whole set of DMC, and I use it to match my overdyes too, because they have different dye lots, and I'm just trying to get the most accurate representation of the color. So that's all provided there for you. And I'm gonna take a sip of water and we're gonna get into the parade. I'll try not to talk as fast as I have been. But you know, I do try to squeeze these videos in while Willie's napping. I will say some of these I don't know exactly the fabrics or the floss I used or the designer or the name of the chart, so I apologize in advance. If you see something and you like it and I don't have the information for you, I'm sorry. Okay, I did have a list. I think I stuck it down there. That's fine. I'll start with my whips, and I'll try really hard not to make a huge mess. Okay. So in my summer bag, I'm keeping a project, but I think it's actually further down in my pile. So I'm just gonna set this down right here for now. All right, first up is Humble and Kind. I'm stitching this with the called for NPI silks. Let me get the, and I mentioned my chart is wonky. There's a lot of mistakes, and it's also missing this alphabet down here, but I did get it from someone. They took a picture and sent it to me, which was really nice. This is by La Di Da, and I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 36 count run by Picture This Plus. Okay, so I've actually been working on this the past couple of days. Slide the chart. So I'm hoping to get this finished before I go on a trip this weekend. And then I'll have to figure out what to bring with me. And I did end up making that door the darker pink from the flowers. Oh, I'm kind of holding it down too much. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me try that. And then I also changed the lettering. So I took out all the called for, and then I'm just using the purple that is the same as the purple in the flowers. And then everything else I'm keeping the same. I am trying to make the flowers themselves and the leaves identical. So that's why I left off this bottom part, because they're very different in the chart and they're not symmetrical either. And I think everything else is rather symmetrical. I feel like it needs to be the same. So I'll need to take a closer look at that and get it done. Figure it out and get it done. Next is On Prudence by Plum Street Samplers. I had this as my focus piece for September. I really was trying to get it done and I did not, and that's okay. I'm going to keep working on it though until it is done, here and there. I'm also using the called for overdyes, but the fabric is different. I think it is a, these are the two I have left. I think it's a 37 count. And I have a sharp needle in this one. I found the sharp one was working a little better, so it's gonna poke me. So I did not get the border done yet, so that's what I have left to do. And I've been stitching the white parts of the flowers first, and then I'm gonna go through and finish with the red part. And I've had some problems with this chart, in the border in particular, because the symbols are, in my mind, backwards. I feel like the darker symbol should be for the darker colored floss and the lighter one should be for the lighter, but it's switched, which makes it difficult for my brain to work with. And that's why I started doing one color at a time. And that is helping. So I feel like if I kind of stop working on it, that I don't want to lose my rhythm. So I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna keep working on it every once in a while. Okay, so I have Ellen Barber. I think it's 1895. This is from Hands Across the Sea. I am using the called for DMC. There's 3 different types of floss that are called for. I'm sure Nicola did a great conversion, but I didn't want to go purchase all the silks, and I had all the DMC, and I had a scrap of Weeks 30 count parchment, which matches this picture really well. And I have my floss in there. It's a mess, and that's okay. It's fine. As long as I have it together, it's all good. Okay, it's folded up pretty in a good spot too. This fabric really moves, so I definitely have to use a hoop for this. But I love these bright colors. I do have the border down just a tiny little bit more on that side, but I'm working it as I go so I don't have to count the whole thing. And then I started a few of those numbers and then switched to this one right here. So that's my progress on Ellen Barber. And so I categorized my whips. I did, I do have it right here. I have a list of my samplers, and then I think I went to winter, spring, fall, forgot about summer, did a column of miscellaneous, and then I'm like, wait, I have summer projects. Summer at the end, and then whips, or finishes, which I've shared before, but I think I have more. And I'm hoping that if I share them with you guys, it will be my motivation to fully finish them, to show you what they look like fully finished. Okay, so next up is my Mary Gibson. It's in my beautiful bag I made. This was a exclusive through the Homespun Needlework group, and it is available now. And the designer also made a drum in case you know, you want to stitch both or just the drum. And that's my progress. I believe this is Thornfield. Yes, this is 36 count Thornfield. That's what I purchased with my kit, and it is the called for DMC. And again, there's a list for Weeks Dye Works Overdyed as well. This one's so pretty, but it's big and it's gonna take me a little while to get done. So back in the bag she goes. Oh, I can show you the, let me see if I can find it real fast. So that's what the whole sampler will look like. Okay, right, next up is Tumbling Rose. I did put this in my sampler category. This is by Rosewood Manor, and I'm stitching this on 25 count antique white using close threads that I had in my collection. So I have not worked on this one in a long time, and it's in a plastic bag, which is really bad. Okay, and it has just the purple thread dangling. That's okay. All right, that's my progress. Let me see if I can get it a little, and it is 1/1 on 25, and I do like stitching like that. I wish they had more fabric dye options for this count because I think it's really cute. But this one's really easy to see too. I don't need to wear my puny little glasses for this one. But that's my progress. It's pretty similar in colors to the model. There's my bag. I know, I'm trying to get all my projects stitched that are in plastic bags, so I stop using them. Okay, Jane Parson, 1841. This is by the Wishing Thorn, and I love it so much. After I saw Brenda stitch this with her flower threads, I really wanted to do it too, but the Wishing Thorn was out of the flower threads for that. And of course you couldn't buy them on Jenny Thompson's website because she was out pretty much too. So I got wool, and I think they're beautiful. The original was stitched in wool, so I think that's a great connection, but I hate it. I hate it so much. I had thought, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna pull through, move forward, not backwards. But I just dislike it so much that I don't know if I can. So I had actually pulled out some fabric I had. I have this huge thing of Vintage Country Mocha 36 count. I thought maybe I'll switch to DMC and stitch it on here. So I'm still just, I've left it alone for now. I think I really need to think about it. Maybe try it again when I'm ready. But it makes me sad that it's not done, because I really feel like it would be a fast one to do. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Next I have Pink House Sampler. You get the picture. By Plum Street Samplers. I was stitching this one as a sampler for my daughter, and I got all the called for overdyes, but the pinks are so different in this house, and they're so similar stitched on the fabric. So I stopped working on it, and the fabric tag is over on my floor, so I don't know exactly what this is right now. Probably vellum, old vellum or something. So I don't know if I want to take it out and switch the pinks or not, because there's no contrast in my opinion. I feel like it needs to be a little bit darker. That looks so orange. Here, I'll show you the floss. I had to close my windows because they were mowing guys were at my neighbor's house. They're so pretty, but there's two in here that are so similar. Maybe even there's like a couple sets. Like that's two different ones, and they're so similar. this jakey brown, which I'm not a fan of. Faded rose, jakey brown. Okay, I have 2 faded roses, but they're all so similar. There's, in my opinion, okay, everybody's different, that's fine. And it could just be the dye lot is so different from what the model is stitched with, but they're so similar. So I stopped and I put it away, and you know, I have to make some decisions before I keep stitching on it. So there's that WIP. Okay, and then I have my band sampler. This is from my Just Cross Stitch magazine. I think this is one of the first ones I got myself as a subscription in 2009. So I know I've been stitching for a while, and I feel like I don't look like I have been. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I can't show you that picture. So that's what it looks like. And this is not an antique. This is based off of like a few different parts. I chose my own fabric. I'm choosing my colors as I go along. So it's very different. So get that in your mind. I'd pull out my colors, but they're not on a floss ring, and they'll just be a mess. Okay, and sorry, and there you go. And that variegated rainbow is a silk I have left over from another project. So I like using what I have when I can, or when, you know, when it'll look good. So that's my progress. Lots of specialty stitches in there, very pretty, a lot lighter than this version. Okay, let me fold it back in on itself. And got some stragglers. There you go, see? So beautiful. Hey, whatever gets the job done, right? All right, I actually need to fix that, hold on. Okay. So I have Martha Walmsley up next. This, I think, was an exclusive through Hobby House Needleworks. You had to order it through their shop. And I'm not sure if it came only as a kit or if you could buy the chart separately, but I purchased a kit and I chose the DMC. I do really enjoy stitching with silks. I also enjoy cottons, but when it comes to kits like this, I try to get the cheapest option available, or I should say the least expensive option available. So that's what I chose. And I don't know what my fabric is. I think it's 40 count, because I didn't want it super big. Let me see. I have the bag in here still. 40 count Lollybrock. I don't think I have all the DMCs on floss drops yet, just the ones I've used. I haven't worked on this in a very long time. Yeah, the rest are in the little bag the floss all comes in. Yeah, I have not worked on this in forever, and this fabric is beautiful, and my start is super small, but it's so cute, and I love seeing it finished on social media. People do a really beautiful job with this one. It's such a pretty sampler. But there's my small start. It's the top left corner of the border. It's those two little rosebuds right there. That fabric is so pretty. That's a good one. That's a good fabric. I should write that down for future projects. All right, that stack's getting a little bit. Right. Next up is Eliza Jane Smith, 1840. Also from the Wishing Thorn. I purchased the thread pack for this one. It is Jenny Thompson and Soie d'Alger, I think. and she was out of fabric, so I purchased it separately. I believe it's 36. No, I purchased 32 count because of the flower threads, and it is a fat half of wheat by Fiber on a Whim. Here, I can show you the tag. It's upside down. So that's the fabric, which is the called for. I'm so sorry for the noise, but I just purchased 32. And they are, yes, Overa Soie, Soie d'Alger, and I'm using one strand of that and then one strand of the flower threads. Sorry for the glare. Okay, let's see. I didn't cut this yet either, so it is on the fat half. It's so big. I'll do my best. So I was trying to work my way over to the other side of that border. Look at that huge crease down the middle. It looks terrible. Okay, I love this. I love stitching on this one. I had to put it down after I worked on those alphabets, but you know, I had to do something different. But I love it. It's so pretty, and I recommend it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful sampler. I'm not sure if there's any, there is over one, but she has it charted for you if you don't want to do that option. Sorry. Let me just double check before I'm making up stuff. Yeah. So she has instructions for Ada, so you could do it on linen as well. And then she provides, I think another part of the, where the chart is over one, I'm pretty sure there's the chart in there for it to be over two. Okay, or over one if you're stitching on Ada. Next up is Americana Blue. This is, whoopsies. Oh, it's so small, you can't even see that. This one is for my mom. She chose the fabric and the floss. This was a market release this year, earlier on, and it's by October House Fiber Arts. So she chose 40 count, I want to say Mayflower. 40 count Mayflower by Fox and Rabbit is the fabric. And the floss is Overa Soie 103. 417. It's really pretty. It's kind of like that blue, just a little bit lighter. Okay, so I tried to finish that house, but oh man, it's a lot of blue, Mom. A lot of blue. So I worked more on that house just the other day, but I couldn't keep going. But that's as far as it goes over on the bottom. And it's nice and lovely and wrinkly. It's got a needle in it too. But that's how far I've gotten. It's nice to work on this when you just, you know, it's nice because it's just one color. And that's all you need. And everything's in there. So it's super easy. Oh, let me put this in there. So sorry. Okay, so that is it for samplers. Next, I have a Christmas one. Looks like Christmas, spring, fall, miscellaneous, and maybe summer at the bottom. All right. So this is my Country Cottage Needleworks Christmas Village. Santa's Village? Santa's Village. It's 36 count something. I'm using the called for floss and the buttons. And I'm stitching all mine together. I am on the fourth house in the middle row, and then there's one more row of houses. So I worked on this one a little bit. I did get that the candy cane stitched in the button on there, and that top border, the red and white stripe. So I know I kept saying I really want to get this done this year and have it on my wall, but I still even haven't heard back from my needlepoint framed finish, and that I brought to my shop, my L&S shop, in August. So even if I do get it done this year, I probably won't get it back in time for like Christmas decorations. All right. And what's nice about these videos is you can pause them whenever you want, but I gotta keep going. So I don't have any fancy stuff. I don't edit my videos. I just film and upload. That's it. Okay, in my Christmas project bag, I have, let me try to find the image. I can't. Okay, I'll do this one first. Whoops. Frosty Forest by Country Cottage Needlework. This is on 32 count pearl gray. I got this before I started stitching on 36 count. And that's just the middle block. That's as far as I've gotten. And I hope that shows up. Okay, yeah, there's a huge crease in the middle. That's it, folks. That's all I got. That and a cold from my boys. And I hope that didn't show. Okay. And I have Munbo. Sepen, I don't know. It's a French chart. It's all a mess in there. So, scrap piece of fabric. Threads I pulled from my collection, and that's my progress on that. I'm gonna load it up with some buttons and stuff. So, all right, next up is my spring project bag. I have my spring project in here. I finished this bag pretty recently as well. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread, Easter Parade. I brightened up the colors. And I don't remember what the fabric is. I haven't worked on this one since I last showed it either. It's so cute. It's so cute. And that was a lot of yellow. And that's probably why I haven't worked on it, because I don't want to stitch all that brown in that bunny quite yet. And it was Sampler September. Okay, I also have to finish up my cottages as well. This is September Cottage from Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm stitching mine with the Call for Floss, and it is on 28 count coffee tea dyed even weave, and that's what I started the other ones on. It's very stiff, so I don't like stitching on it anymore, but I don't want to switch my fabrics when I have just a few more to do. Okay, I'm afraid I'm gonna get my video cut off, so I'm gonna try to move a little faster because I have so many photos on my phone and not enough storage space. Okay, this is a new start. I started this on October 1st, just because I felt like having a new start on October 1st. So this is Chippy, and it's a Mill Hill beaded kit, Autumn Harvest. I don't know what year this is from. Usually it'll say on there. Okay, so they're nice because, you know, it comes with everything you need, including the needles. And that's how far I've gotten. I thought I had made a mistake too, but I didn't, thank goodness, because these are so hard to fix. And so that's the little chippy tail. And that's so funny because that's what I taught my kids to call chipmunks, chippies, because they run all over our house. So I taught it to my littlest one outside our house, not in our house. I did have a pet chipmunk at one point though. which ironically we called Theodore. He was a baby and he did not make it. Okay, on a happier note, Little House Needleworks. This is Farm Life, and it is on some fabric. I don't know the name, that I dyed because it wasn't dark enough. And I have worked on this as well since last time I showed you. So I got more of I think I got the whole house done, those flowers, sunflowers. And the tree maybe wasn't done. So really I might take this one with me on my trip and just work on this. We'll see. That fabric shifts around a lot too, so I'll need a hoop for that as well. Okay, so I just had those fall projects. I think that was just 3. It's a lot of talking for me. Next is my Enchanted Mermaid, and this is one I'm not sure I'm actually going to do anymore. And I have a couple others in the fabric that goes with them. But I don't know. It's on 32 count, and I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. That's like her arm a little bit. And I'll show you what she looks like. It makes me sad because I really love these, and I have everything I need for this one because there's lots of beads and bubbles and embellishments. So I feel obligated to finish at least this one. But she's so pretty. I just don't know where to put her. I don't know where to put any of these, which is part of the reason something fell. Part of the reason why I don't feel like stitching it, because I don't know where to put them. I could put it in my bathroom, but I'm not sure I really want to do that. Alrighty. Tempting Tees by Tempting Tangles. That is what it looks like, and I purchased the Dinky Dyes thread pack, and I'm stitching this one on 36 count vintage coffee mocha. These Dinky Dyes are so fun to stitch with, and they have such interesting names. So that's as far as I've gotten. Am I covering one up? Oh, I got butter tea as well. So I am covering it up. This one's big as well. I mean, that's the fabric for it. With 3 inches around on each side. My LNS used to cut fabric to size for you, but they don't anymore. Which is fine, I get it. Makes sense. Save some money probably. Because they have all these scraps they're trying to get rid of, and then I think they're just gonna sell it by the usual way that lots of shops are doing now. So fat half, fat quarter, yard, half yard. I don't know if I could get a yard there. Oh, thug. Just trying to see if I have my picture handy. I don't see his picture. Nope. This is one I put a picture into my cross stitch design program on my computer. You know, like when the dinosaurs were alive, I did that. I charted it. And it's still not done. And I don't know how some people can do this confetti. It's awful. It's awful. I even have this one as a competition with my friend. She's trying to stitch up the Pirate by Mirabilia, like the Pirate Girl. And we've been having this competition for well over 10 years. Like the first person to get theirs done is going to take the other one out to dinner of their choice. I don't think we really care anymore. Well, at least I know I don't, and she's too busy, I think, with life. So, Quaker Village by Rosewood Banner. I'm stitching this on, I believe, It's in there. I don't even have to think about it. Hold on. It is 32 count antique white Joblin. But my fabric was so small, and it was fraying so bad. I had to put a little binding around it. Haven't worked on this one in forever as well. So many color changes, but it's so beautiful. It's so worth it. So I gotta keep working on it. I do not keep the floss in here because there are so many colors. I just keep them in my other DMC containers. I actually have 2 sets of DMC, but I'm going to shift it down to 1. Okay, Heart and Hand, Everyday Things. This is on 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit, I believe. And I just picked some floss that I had. Yes, 40 count Saltbush. But after seeing the Primrose Cottage girls stitching it, and then Christy from Java Girl Stitches also stitched it using their color conversion, it's so pretty. So I'm undecided if I want to switch. Because I still like this. I think this is really pretty too. It's just theirs is a little bit more brighter. Not as, I don't know, old-fashioned looking. I really hope. If I get cut off, then I'll just have to, I'll just have to do a whip or finish print some other time. All right, next up is ink circles. This is Baroque, and I think I shared this in one of my last video because I stitched on it a little bit. I don't even know if this is the top or bottom. I think it goes this way. So I'm using what I have. This was leftover silk from another project as well. And this is the center design in the center there. And I'm going to figure out my thread and my floss as I go along. Okay, I'm almost done. I have, I think, just 3 more whips. Only 3 more. I have 27, I believe, in total. Okay, this one I started, finished one and stopped. So this is kind of like a finish and a whip. But it is the 12 Monthly Minis by Primrose Cottage. My LNS is doing a stitch along, and I only did April. And I added some beads, and I switched the colors, and it's odd. 36 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. It's pretty yellow in there. My lighting is, I don't know. I think it's just because the sun is at a weird angle because, you know, our planet moves and stuff. It's been awfully like bright and kind of glaring. So I think it's just, I don't know. So there's that. So this I'm also counting as a finish and a whip, like I said. Okay, and then I have, I'm trying to make some bird stitches so I can make a bird wall. This is Flights of Fancy Italian 1801 by JBW Designs. This is a smaller portion of a larger sampler. And I'm stitching this on Maple Bar, 40 count Maple Bar by Cedar River Linen. And I'm using a mix of the called for, I think, and I'm not sure because I might have found all of them because there's overdyed and DMC. Look, you're probably like, well, why don't you just show us? Okay, there you go. Those are my threads. I didn't have this one. I actually had to order that one. And okay, I folded it wrong. I folded it on, oh no, it's fine. That's my progress. not very much. I haven't worked on this one in forever as well. So I think it's because I really needed that DMC and I hadn't kept putting off ordering it because I'm like, I have it somewhere. Okay, last one is it was a freebie, and it is by, let's see if I can find it. Pine Needles. They're a shop in Utah, and it was their freebie stitch along. You probably have to pay for it now. They did a Halloween one last year, and then a winter one, a Christmas one the year before. And they release the chart in pieces, so you have to go to their website and download it. And you can purchase fabric and floss through them, I believe. And this one is called Pixie Lane, and I started with Petunia's Parlor right there. And it is on 40 count, and it's so cute and tiny, and it's just so cute. That's as far as I've gotten. I don't know the fabric off the top of my head. It could be marshmallow. Okay, that's my webs. I'll try to go through my finishes a little bit more quickly because I want to get some stitching in and before the little guy wakes up, and then we're gonna make an apple tart together for after dinner. Okay. I shared this one too just recently. This is Rosanna Tyndale. So these are my finishes now. This is on 36 count Oaken with the called for DMCs. I had initially planned on stitching both of the girls' samplers together because there's a sister sampler as well. Obviously I changed my mind because I cut my fabric. All right, this next one is from a book, and it's similar to my wedding ring pillows back here somewhere. I think that's it. It's similar to that, and it's all these designs like that in the book. It's by Sheena Rogers. It's called Mini Cushions in Cross Stitch. So this is on Even Weave, and it's DMC and some beads I added in there for fun. So the back looks really nice. This is really old. I've had this for a long time. Still don't know what to do with it. Quilted Snowman by Emily Call Stitching. I think I used my own version of cotton overdyed. Left off that bottom. Down here, so there's like a band at the bottom. And I think this is Prehistoric by Fox and Rabbit. So it's like a blue-gray, more gray than blue. And forgot what else I was gonna say. Really cute. Really cute. There's 3 charts of that. It's 3. Country Cottage Needleworks February Cottage. January Cottage. October Cottage. I really should have gotten this one fully finished for this month, but here we are. March Cottage. And these are all on 28 count coffee tea dyed linen with the call for DMC and overdyed. July Cottage. June. And I promise that's the last. So I still have some more to stitch up. This one is by Pickle Barrel Designs. I don't know the name. I think it's Santa Stop, maybe. I thought this was a square chart. It is not. And it doesn't fit on what I wanted to use, so hence why it's not fully finished. I also just grabbed a green and a white and a red from what I had, and that green is a really pretty overdyed. You can tell the variegation there. And then it's probably just a scrap linen. And I did change the colors around So the chart, it's a little bit different. Next is, I don't remember the name of this. This is on a scrap of 28 count even weave that I coffee tea dyed. And I think I used the called for floss. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread, and it was a freebie that was released in portions on her Facebook page, I want to say. It's like Mary Mint, Peppermint, Mary, I don't know, something like that. Lots of people have done this and finished it, and it's so cute. There's lots of good ideas out there. Okay, so heart in hand, these little guys, I put them right over here next to, I just have my gentle words there. I don't know where to put it quite yet. So here's November and June and March and December. These are on 28 count coffee tea dyed. I was watching Stitching with the Housewives and I kind of got on a coffee tea dyed kick, so that's why these are all like that. I have one more. So these are all done and stitched. I took these to my daughter's dance and worked on these while she was dancing, got them all done, and I'm slowly, fully finishing them. Okay, so that is a complete series I've done. This one is not. This is December's Doorbells by With Thy Needle and Thread. I switched the floss. I'm trying to figure out if it's DMC or overdyed, and I don't know, but it's 36 count vintage country mocha. I have March in here somewhere, and it's on the same fabric, and I used the called for DMC if I did not have the called for overdyed, because there's such tiny portions to stitch. Whoa. This one I don't remember. This might be Annie B's. I don't remember the name of it. I don't even remember when this might have been a market release. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I used my own floss colors as well. And then this is on 28 count. I use this for my mend block. This one right here, you can't see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. I had some leftover blue from that, and that's what I use this for. So it's really see-through. I think I was gonna make this as an ornament for one of my kids' teachers, but never did. I'm guessing this is a Lizzie Kate. Don't even ask me the fabric. Probably use DMC. And it fits in a hoop. I just trimmed it too much, so I have to figure out what to do with it. A tart pan would be cute if I could find the right size. This is the 2023 Collector's Heart. Pretty sure it's 2023 by Heart in Hand. It was a kit. It came with cottage garden floss, and I don't know the fabric. I'm not a red stitcher. I'm not a huge fan of stitching red things. I didn't like stitching this very much. It's on 32 count, 2/2. But I'll finish it and put it out for Valentine's Day. I did leave off the year, and I added in an extra leaf. I think that was the only change I made. Oh, and I made some mistakes up top here, but it's fine. You can't even tell. This is Little Deeds by The Scarlet House. This is also a pretty red. There's a lot of red in this sampler. I chose my own colors. This is 40 count. It's from Tabby Cat Linen. Lichen. This was left over from my Elizabeth Garrett from Hands Across the Sea. I stitched it on this pretty light green fabric. And so I had enough for this one. It's beautiful. I love my color choices. I don't remember all of them exactly. I even have a frame for this I got on frames.com, but it's too small. I forgot that when you order frames through them, you choose what size you want, and I measured it correctly. It's just that when you get the frame, they must measure it differently because it didn't fit. And I've had problems like that before, which is why I decided to go to my L&S. Okay, next I have 5 finished needle points. I do have one that is getting framed. I was hoping to have it for Halloween because it's Halloween ribbons. I don't know what all of these are. This one's really pretty. I think this one might be my favorite. Is that one? Did I miscount? Is this 6 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one more. This is the one I finished most recently. I like to do needlepoint, but it does hurt my fingers because you have to push it through the canvas, the needle through the canvas, a lot harder than you would linen or even Weaver Ada. And so your fingers you need time to adjust to that. And holy cow, I just realized I'm at 56 minutes. It's nice to do at nighttime because as the day goes on, my eyes get more and more tired, and it's just so easy to see that, and it goes so quickly. So I do enjoy doing needlepoint. It's just, it can be on a little bit more expensive than cross stitch. Okay, next is Party Cakes by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is just a scrap of fabric, and I'm not even sure the floss colors I used. So this one I actually had fully finished, but I took it off because I didn't like it. And this is also by, no, I don't know if this is Little House or Country Cottage. And it's on a light blue fabric. It's hard to tell. And then this cute little flower print I got as a fat quarter from Joanne. And I think this is the called for. And I wasn't sure I wanted to do it because I didn't like the 2 greens. They didn't look very good. But it's such a cute chart. And I do like it. Next is this one, and I'm not sure. And this is on a light purple fabric. It's very similar to what I have Baroque on. In fact, it might be the same thing. I'm gonna guess this is Little House or Country Cottage. This is hands-on design. This was it's 2 charts come in one. This is a smaller chart. There's a bigger one that goes with it, again on scrap fabric, and I probably matched the floss as best I could. This is Thankful String by I'm gonna guess Lizzie Kate. This is on 28 count. It's a fiber on a whim because the back is white. And I probably used my own colors for this as well, like whatever I had that matched nicely. This is another string, maybe Christmas string, and it's on a darker green, like a sage green fabric, which is really pretty. And I changed the floss as well. I think I used Priscilla's conversion from Stitching with the Housewives. It's on her blog. And this one was fully finished, but it had fallen off. I had some decorations behind it, some like picks, so it had fallen off. The picks fell off, so I took this off and had planned to fix it last Christmas and I never did. So I'm gonna try to finish it this year and maybe reconfigure my picks, my Christmas picks. Okay, I'm gonna show you this first. This is also a Lizzie Kate. It was a mystery stitch along. So the charts came in 3 separate portions. I got all mine at the same time. And this is, I think, Tin Roof, the fabric, and called for overdyes. And there's a key charm there that it came with. And I do actually have the finishing piece for this. It's just, I'm not a fan of finishing. These are the freebies that came with that chart. And they're all separate and they're all charted in one color. So I had this purple already dyed from when I was a teenager. And then I dyed it again, and it's just even weave. And then I used, I think, black DMC 310, and then an overdyed purple. I'm gonna say that's Weeks Dye Works Purple Haze. And then that gray is also an overdyed, but I think it is a General Art overdyed. I put all 3 of mine together. Haunted, spooky, scary. So those were freebies that came with this one. Next up is Secret Garden. I think this is a hindsight. This is stitched 1/2 on 28 count, and that is an opalescent fabric. I don't know if you can pick up on the sparkles. And it came with these 3 little charms. It's super cute. I have plans to fully finish this, obviously, but I didn't like it anymore. So I do like this red behind here. I just don't know what to put back here. So I'm gonna keep looking. But this one's really fun. I also have the graveyard one, the Stitcher's Graveyard. I haven't started it though. I have another little Mill Hill. This is little elf girl, and I have the little elf boy. I got her little legs on. I just need to fully finish it and then put some felt on the back. It's so cute. This is on Blue Ada, and I don't even know where I got this chart. Probably from one of my books, but it's a mama deer nursing her baby deer. And I stitched this before I had kids. I just know it, I don't know, it just spoke to me. It's so cute. So it's just sitting in my finished bucket. I should figure out what to do with it. It's on Ada. This is also on Ada. This was a kit. My mom and I went to the Hermitage. Finished this in 2012 because my initials are on there in the corner. It's just, I don't know what to do with it. I can't frame it because this is the fabric it came with in the kit. I don't know, but there's my finish. I also finished this Mill Hill kit. It's Spring Bouquet Garden Boots. So this frog needs to be cut out and put down here. And then, you know, gotta put the felt on the back and a magnet and it'll be done. It's so fun. This one was so fun. It was hard to stitch though. Lots of beads and color changes. Bookshelf by Little House Needleworks. I do know that it did not call for this Light Effects thread by DMC, but that's what I chose because I thought it would be fun to use. And I should frame this because now we have bookshelves in our basement for all my books. And yes, the kids have already taken those over as well. But they're from IKEA and we've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. So the top half is bookshelves and the bottom half is a cabinet. So we have games and puzzles down there. So that'd be nice to go down there. This I stitched and it is finished. It's just broken. This is ribbon I got from my grandma, fabric from my grandma. And I stitched this 1/1 on 28 count even weave for my daughter's room in our first home. It says, "Now I lay me down to sleep, counting bunnies instead of sheep," because I did her room in bunnies. In fact, I hand painted a whole wall of bunnies just like this in white in her bedroom. So I made this to hang on a doorknob, and you know, kids will be kids, and it just got pulled a little too hard and the ribbon broke. So really it is a finish, it just kind of needs to be fixed. And this is from an old magazine, and it looks like I just used some floss I had, some overdyed floss, because those bunnies are variegated. That might be a pink DMC, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah, that's hard to get a close up. Some tiny stitches. So cute. This was a free chart from the DMC website when I first got into stitching, and you know, was limited in my funds. There's a lot of free stuff you can find out there. I don't know if they still have this or not. That was a long time ago. This is also, there's some light effects in there as well, and some backstitching. I know a lot of people complain about backstitching. It is tedious, but when it's projects like this, it really sets it off, and it can be very beautiful and therapeutic to do. You just got to keep track of it, just like cross stitching in general. So I don't know what to do with this. I trimmed it really short. I'll figure it out. This is a white work. It's almost like a cream thread though, on some purple. This is what that purple looked like before I dyed it darker. So that's an even weave, and it's one strand of backstitching white work. So pretty. There's another chart of this as well. This is in one of my older magazines. It's so pretty, it's so delicate. I could finish this one too, make that look really cute. And this one is my last one. So that's March's Doorbells, and I used 36 count vintage country mocha. I did switch this color though. I do remember choosing a different green. So, and I feel like I need a nap now and a bathroom break. Okay, I do have two more things though, actually. It's a good thing I make notes. So I'll finish up quickly here. I got my kit from Hobby House. This was an exclusive, and I'm not sure if you can get it anymore through the Facebook group. This is from the Homespun Needlework Facebook group by Old Willow Stitchery. It's a sampler in 3 smalls. It comes in this beautiful bag, and I ordered 40 count Thornfield and the Overaswell 103s to go with it. I should show you this side. I do think it's beautiful. I wasn't going to get this one. I was gonna take a little break, but those colors are so rich, and they reminded me so much of fall that I decided to get it. This group in particular, like this gold, this dark gold, this beautiful, I would say that's like a darker teal green, these purples. They are just so rich. This video is not doing it justice. So I did end up purchasing it. I thought I got 46. I think I was intending on getting 46, but I got 40. It comes with a fob keyring, frippery. This is by Sampling of Memories, and she actually has her own website as well. Capturing life's memories to accessorize your world. So this came with it, and that's a portion of the chart. And oh, that's such a cute little thimble and a little purple button. Some finishing fabric for the smalls. There's the 40 count Thornfield. And you can fit it, all of them, on that fabric. She shared her diagram on Instagram. And then it comes with this finishing thread. It's painter's thread. That's really pretty. It's like a ribbon. Is it a ribbon? Oh yeah, it's flat. It's like a tiny little flat ribbon. It's really nice. It's cotton. Feels very smooth. So that was that kit. Okay, and then I have one more thing, and then I'm gonna hightail out of here. Okay, you need to sign up for Primrose Cottage Stitches newsletter, their email newsletter, because they are starting Free Stitch Thursday, I think, because they have free something Friday for quilting. I think it's like free pattern Friday for quilting on Fridays, and then they have just started a free cross stitch chart, and oh my gosh, it is adorable. And some people have already finished this, and this just came out last Thursday. It's Wednesday, so it's been 6 days, but still, like seriously guys, chillax. So this is Boo's, His's, and Cross Stitches. So you need to sign up for their newsletter if you like their stuff. This is a free chart. It's so stinking cute. And they were also providing an opportunity to purchase, I should say this right, the thread that is used, and it's cottage garden threads, and some DMC, and they do offer a DMC conversion for those cottage garden threads. And I think they were, I think they also had a finishing kit and maybe the fabric for sale on their website as well. So definitely sign up for their newsletter if you want to start receiving free cross stitch charts. It's so stinking cute. I love it so much, but I'm not going to stitch it this year. So highly recommend. Okay. Thank you so much. This is by far my longest video. My throat is sore. I have to go to the bathroom. I need a nap. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope you enjoyed the long weekend. Maybe you'll get some extra time to stitch. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on the social media places. And go ahead and visit my Etsy shop. I've got that new release I shared with you. I'm covered in stuff. All right, I'm gonna go do some stuff, and then we're going on a trip this weekend. It'll be lots of fun. We haven't been on a family trip since forever. And I'll be back in 2 weeks. So I'll see you.